All right, hey everyone, Dustin here, founder of iPassMyBarExam.com and author of the #1 Amazon bestseller, The 7 Steps to Bar Exam Success. And today I'm going to answer that question that's on your mind: should I or should I not take a bar exam prep program? You know, thousands of students every single year confront this question when determining how best to prepare for their bar exam. You know, you might be a first-time taker, a repeater, or maybe a foreign bar exam taker coming in to take the bar exam. So I really feel like it comes down to a few criteria to really determine whether or not taking a bar exam prep program would be a good fit for you. So what I want to do right now is go through these 6 things that I think would help you analyze and determine whether it would be a good fit for you to take a bar exam prep program. You know, generally speaking, you're going to do better if you take a bar prep program than not, you know, generally speaking. The question I think that really it comes down to is it worth the price? Is it worth the value, the cost? And I guess that the universe is telling me to get started. So the first thing to look at for determining whether to take a bar prep program is the pass rate of your jurisdiction. What's the pass rate of your jurisdiction? You know, in a jurisdiction that I was in, like California, it's an annual pass rate of about 51%. The February bars drops down to about 40%, so it's really low pass rate jurisdiction. If you're somewhere like Missouri or Montana or Iowa, you're in the high 80s, low 90s% pass rate. So if you're really in a higher pass rate, maybe you don't need to take a bar prep program. If you're in a lower pass rate jurisdiction, it's probably going to be more recommended, again, based on the combination of these factors here. Okay? All right, the second thing to be aware of in making this determination whether to take a bar prep program is, did you go to an ABA approved school or a non-ABA approved school? You know, I hate to fundamentally bring this up because I believe anybody can pass the bar exam if you take the right actions, you learn the right approach to the bar exam, and you have the right mindset. You can pass it regardless of whether you're ABA or non-ABA. But the fact of the matter is, statistically speaking, ABA students have a much higher pass rate than non-ABA students. Now, if you're a non-ABA listening to this, don't take that as something to live into, like, oh, I'm non-ABA, I have to live into a lower pass rate. Just use it as a measuring stick, just something to be aware of. You know, when I took my bar exam, I got this letter from the administration saying, based on my class GPA and class rank and the division I was in, I had about a 1 in 3 chance of passing the bar exam. Now, I didn't like to hear that or to see that, but at the same time, it was a good wake-up call for me, so I got really present to, okay, I'm going to really have to put in some effort, really focus, and really take this seriously in order to pass it. So if you're non-ABA, just take it like that. Like, okay, I'm going to have to put in maybe a little bit of extra effort, but I'm going to make sure I go out there and I'm going to make sure I do this. So again, another factor to determine whether or not where you rest on that sliding scale of taking a bar prep program or not. Third thing, are you a first-time taker, repeater, or foreigner? Again, just like the ABA versus non-ABA, don't let this be your future that you live into necessarily. But first-time takers have a higher pass rate than repeaters and than foreign bar exam takers. First-time taker pass rates around, in California at least, around 68%. The repeater and foreign pass rate is much lower than that. So just be aware that, okay, generally this category is lower. What do I got to do to make sure I'm prepared mentally, strategically, to go out there and to pass it? You know, thousands of students every single year pass the bar exam in these 3 categories, whether it's non-ABA, it's repeater, or it's foreigner. Thousands every year pass it. So you can definitely be in one of those thousands. You just got to do the right things moving forward, okay? So just, again, use it as a measuring stick and say, maybe if I'm in like California, I went to non-ABA, you know, maybe I'm a repeater, probably going to want to lean a little bit more towards taking a bar prep program. All right, number 4 is law school GPA. What was your law school GPA? I put this as 4th on the list because I think these are a little bit more important. It's something to consider, but I'll tell you a story right now. I went to an ABA approved school, and there was a student in one of the classes who graduated in the top 10 of her class. She decided she wasn't going to take a bar prep program, that she would be okay without it. She took the bar and ended up failing the bar exam. So this can be a help, but at the same time, don't let it be the sole determination. Make sure you're combining it in conjunction with these other things. You know, I took the bar exam. I had a poor law school GPA, lower half of my class. You know, in a low pass jurisdiction, but I ended up taking a bar prep program and ended up passing as a result. So again, use this as just one of the criteria to help you to make that determination. All right, number 5. is what is the cost and the value? You know, what would the value be if someone just handed you your state license? How much would you pay for that? You know, bar prep programs can't give that 100% guarantee. No one has a 100% pass rate, but what would you be willing to pay to get that kind of value? And the determination is not just the cost, but what value are you going to get out of it. So if you have a bar prep program that really has a good history, good historical pass rate, maybe you're willing to pay a little bit more. If not, maybe you wouldn't. And what we'll do in the next video is I'll go through some of the main bar prep programs that are available throughout the nation, and we'll kind of compare some of these factors with those bar prep programs to kind of determine where it is that you stand and what might be a good option for you. So we'll do that in the next video. But for right now, just keep this in the back of your mind. How much am I willing to pay to get a good bar prep program that's going to really help me pass the bar exam? Okay? And the sixth and last thing to take a look at is, what is the study system? What is the study system? You know, a few years ago, all that was around was Barbary. And their system was you have a 4-hour class, you got to show up every night or during the day, depending on when you're taking the bar, and you get a couple breaks, and then you have a lot of homework, and you got to go through it that way. Now, things have changed since then. So now there's online programs, there's programs available on mobile devices. So again, we'll go through some of those in the next video. But right now, just kind of understand, this is really about you. What do you work best in? What kind of way do you study best? Do you like to be around a lot of people? Maybe you feel like you're being held accountable, so it's nice to be around a lot of people? Or do you like to kind of be away from that energy? You know, a lot of bar exam students are stressed out. Maybe you don't want to be around them all the time. You want to be kind of studying on your own. Do you want to study at home? You want to study in the library? You want to study while you're jogging or whatever? So we'll go through some of those options that allow those kinds of different type of study systems. But just for now, think about in your mind, what works for me, okay? So these are the 6 kind of factors to kind of consider when determining whether or not you should take a bar prep program. And in the next video, we'll go ahead and look at some of the options that you can consider. So thanks for watching this video. Please be sure to hit the like button below and also the share button and share with your other bar exam friends. Share the love and help them out as well. And also head on over to ipassmybarexam.com/12 keys, the number 1, the number 2 keys, and get your free PDF download, the 12 keys to bar exam success. It's my 12 overall keys that I give to help students pass the bar exam. I think it's been a real big hit. People really like it. So head on over to ipassmybarexam.com/12 keys and get your free PDF download. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video, and always remember that your name appears on the pass list.